Maybe you've been running on fumes and you know you've been burnt out for quite a while. And even though you keep trying to get things off your schedule or get some help, you're still feeling really burnt out. Why is that? Today, we are going to jump into how human design explains burnout and how it can be happening for you. So grab your chart and let's dive in. Hey everyone, my name is Dana. Welcome back to the show. I am excited to talk about burnout today because guess what? I've been experiencing it almost all of 2025. So let's jump right into it. I love how human design explains why burnout may be happening for you. And I don't want to disregard the other reasons you're burnt out. The modern world, I see it for a lot of my friends who have young families right now. Both parents are working, they're spending a lot of money on daycare, and they're working hard. And especially my mom friends, they want to be the mom. They want to be the nurturer. They want to be at home with their kids. So when they do get home, we want to give them their full attention. It's not like when my parents parented and we were so free range back in the 90s. It's very much that as a parent, we want to be so present and involved in our kids' life. But how do you do that and clean out the dishwasher, keep up with the house, and work a full time job, both parents at the same time? A lot of people are exhausted. You may be burnt out just because of that, but something's got to give, right? I love how human design explains burnout. It really says that if you are not living in your authentic expression, if you are not living authentic to who you are, your identity, and you can feel that, you know, on a visceral level, whether it's conscious or not, that you're not being yourself. You're kind of putting on this performer mask suit, going into work, going into your life, and not expressing who you really are. That is completely burning you out. Pretending to be someone you're not is completely burning you out. Your soul came here to go on the hero's journey of having childhood life experiences that made you start to not be yourself. You know, we wanted to fit in when we were younger. It wasn't cool to do this, so we did that. And all the cultural, societal, and family norms that you used as a shield to fit in and belong. And that was totally correct for you to do that. But the hero's journey is as you move along through life, it's learning the lessons and letting go of the parts of yourself that are really not you. The performer you put on or the people pleaser to make people feel good around you, the hesitation of really speaking what it is you want or your truth, what's true for you, that is costing us. So not only is the modern world making us run our schedules so thin, making us stay plugged in digitally, which I guarantee is totally burning us out, but human design says that it's also us not aligning to our authentic expression that is burning you out. So let's take some examples of that. If you're a manifestor energy type and you know that you are supposed to have availability in your schedule and the autonomy to be able to act on a new creative idea that drops in, but you can't because you're in a job where that is not honored, that's going to burn you out. That's going to cause your emotional theme of anger. And eventually, that's not going to work anymore. Something's going to have to give. If you're a manifesting generator or a generator who has that sacral motor defined, you guys are great doers and workers in this world. But if you have been pushing your energy, forcing it, getting work done in an area of your life that does not excite you at all, your sacral excitement, this motor, it's a motor center. It literally gives you the life force and workforce energy to get things done. It starts to dwindle. And the more you become frustrated with your life, uninspired, not excited, it's like a domino effect. And you continue to get more and more tired, more and more burnt out, and kind of stuck in that hamster wheel of that. For our projectors, you guys are great guides and seers. You are meant to really offer your services in a way that is measured by value, not how much work you put in. What's so important for you is that you are seen and recognized for what it is that you are good at and you have to offer and the way that you guide the rest of us. And when you're not able to do that, when you're not being recognized for your gifts and talents, you feel really bitter and you start to get burnt out. On top of that, since you pick up and amplify the sacral motor of the gens and the MGs, and there's a lot of us out there, you can push yourself all day at a job where you're like, okay, I'm around my generator and MG coworkers and I'm just going to push it and go for it. But that's not sustainable. You will hit a wall, whether it's emotional, physical, mental, spiritual. You will feel deep burnout, and projectors, it's most important that you guys really protect yourselves on that. You may be you might be the type that burns out the quickest out of all the types. And reflectors, you guys are our great mirrors, our calibrators of how the rest of us are doing, how our environment is, how people's health are. If you're not making it a priority to surround yourself with people you feel good around, environments you feel good in, people that lift you up, people that help you feel who you are, since you're such a great chameleon of other people and environments, consistency over time of feeling this is my essence. If you're not making that a priority, if you're not spending, I would argue, a full day once a week, not in anyone else's aura and completely releasing the energy from that week, you may get burnt out. So those are just an example from all 5 energy types. But we have the 9 centers where if you have that center white or undefined, you are picking up that energy from other people and amplifying it. And this is where really understanding energetics is going to get more and more popular, because we've all been running around before maybe the age of 30, picking up other people's energy in the centers we don't have defined and amplifying it. And there's lessons there. There's wounds there when we do that. I'll give you an example from my own chart. I have a completely open will center, heart center. This governs the ego and the material world and your self-worth and your value. I pick that up from, I can feel other people's self-worths and values and whether they're in a healthy sense of ego or not. That's the wisdom of having it completely open. I can really feel that and coach people on that. But where I got caught up in my early life and still do is wanting to prove my worth to other people, to show that I am valuable, to get external praise and validation for the things that I'm doing or good at or performing, whatever it is. And that still happens. That's where my burnout would happen, is if I keep pushing like I have a defined ego center, but I don't. So my lesson in this lifetime is I have nothing to prove to anybody else. And really, I have to go to work on seeing the value in myself. So you can go through all your centers and really unpack that as well. So see in your chart where you have a white center and know that that's an area where you could get burnt out as well when you are being what's called the not self, when you are picking up that energy from the rest of the world and feeling like it's yours. And then you have an emotional reaction to that energy and you're going, what is wrong with me? I don't know why I keep getting tripped up. Let's think open identity center. Like when I hang out with this person, I'm super into mountain biking. When I hang out with this person, I gossip a lot. Like I just take on their identity. Like what's wrong with me? And that's where understanding your human design chart is really important. And having an energy practice where you can come into your center, feel what is yours, and give back what isn't. Okay, I can feel that. That's theirs. They want to gossip. They want me to match their energy. They want me to match that right now so we can kind of get energized over that topic, but I'm choosing a different pattern. I'm choosing a different way this time because I'm burnt out. And this is a reminder, you guys, we are all connected. I truly believe this. We are all a fragment of source consciousness, and we are all connected to source, God, the light, one love, whatever you want to call it. I call it source. And we are all a piece of that. We've come into this human form to express a piece of that, which means we are all so deeply connected. And you can test this out for yourself. Go on YouTube, go on Netflix, watch first a super positive show or movie or someone on YouTube, like a person channeling high vibrations, whatever it is, whatever you think's like happy and high vibrational. Watch that first, because everybody else who's watching it, you are now plugging into that energy field. Then go watch something like politics, fear-mongering news, a show that has violence in it, and plug into that energy and see how you feel. There is a big difference So there is so much connected to what's causing our burnout. And I don't know how to completely fix it. I don't, because the way the world is set up right now is not sustainable. And that is what's happening right now in this great change as we are moving to a new paradigm from 2027 and beyond. People are going to break, maybe. They're going to have to choose this or that. They're not going to be able to keep running a million miles per hour. And everyone is having some type of external experience where that is happening for them. For me, I've dealt with burnout because I run a real estate business and I'm running this human design business, and I've been pulled into too many directions. It's correct for me. I'm a manifesting generator. I'm a Gemini sun. It's okay for me to have my hands on a lot of things, have curiosity, be exploring a lot. But I've run myself too thin when it comes to authenticity. And it's not about, do I need to drop real estate or do I need to drop doing human design? It's about the how. It's about expressing it in my way, the authentic way. Not watching how someone else is doing it, and because they have a defined heart, I'm picking up on their like full steam ahead, like competition drive type vibes. According to my human design chart, that's not the way in which I'm meant to deliver this information to help my clients out, to help a client buy a house. And this is where human design is so important, and it comes in, and it's so important to learn your chart. It is a manual, it is a blueprint for how you are meant to express your energy, for the areas of your chart where you may be susceptible to burnout, for the gifts that you have to share, for the life path and theme that your soul wanted to take in this lifetime, which means, were you here to take it really in relationship with others, or are you really here on kind of a solo journey of overcoming the not self themes, whether that's from this lifetime or past lifetimes? There's so much we can dive into. And because the system right now, like, I get it. You both have to work. You can't right now just stay home and rest and make those changes. Or maybe you're a projector in a generator job and you can't just instantly leave your job. But you can instantly learn about what your authentic expression is meant to be, how to work with your energy type, how your energy type works with the rest of the world, and how you can quiet your mind, because your mind also takes up a lot of energy. And when you're always in your head with the pros, the cons, the shoulds, the 10-step plan, the self-help book that you read and it worked for them, but it's not working for you, when you're always up here, you're not in here, you're not in your body listening to this internal visceral compass that's always talking to you, leading the way. Your energy type will tell you how to start to listen to that, how to get back into your body. Then your profile will show you the characteristics in which you're meant to express your chart. Your centers will really show you where your lessons are in life of what's consistent for you and what you're meant to master and shine out into the world. And then also those lessons of what's not consistent for you, what you pick up when you're around the world and you're sampling from other people and places. And then you have your gates, which are your gifts, your channels, which is the energetic circuitry that's going through your chart, and your life theme, which is called your incarnation cross in human design, which is the background frequency to everything you do in your life. Parenting, at the coffee shop, grocery shopping, working, expressing yourself, whatever it is that you do in your life, that's your background theme in it. So that's a dive into the different layers of the human design chart. And the main thing I wanted to get across today is to plant the seed that if you are dealing with burnout and you can't change it on like a 3D physical level with like getting things off your plate, getting some help around the house, getting a cleaner, things like that, start to look at where you have not been feeling very authentic. And if you're feeling called to learn about that through your human design, I would love to help you. You can book a reading at my website, danafay.com. And if this video planted some seeds for you, if it had you thinking, please like and subscribe and share it with somebody you love. And also put in the comments, are you burnt out right now? Or are you doing pretty well? I would love to hear from people who are like, 2025 has been awesome. Like, I'm just sailing right through. Let us know. But if you are struggling with burnout and you feel like there are areas of your life where you could be more authentic, please put it down in the comments. Let me know what's going on. Let me know your energy type. And yeah, that's what I have for you this week. Remember, burnout isn't a failure. Don't beat yourself up. It's a sign that something needs to change, that you need to rest, recharge, and align with your most authentic self.